Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds, and tonight we're going to be playing some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So, what are we on, session like 48 or something now? We're closing in on 50, so
48.
we've been going strong for a long time, and you guys have, recently returned to Gryphongaffe after a extended stay in the Feywild, although it was only a few days for you guys, or a few weeks, or whatever it was. And we're going to be picking up from where we left off. Who's got the recap this week?
I got it this week. Okay, so apparently the Feywild has crabs, and they tried to stop us from getting back to Gryphongaffe. We kicked their shells, and then we got back home. Thanalis the satyr came with us, and when we got back, we found out it had been like 18 to 20 months since we'd been gone. We missed winter. We missed tavern season. Kenna was quite upset about this, but not nearly as upset as Deneen was for having missed a good chunk of her kid's childhood. Sorry, Deneen. She then proceeded to apologize excessively to Fane for being gone for so long. Kath wrote to her wife, and then she went through and approved what had been done with the bathhouse. And Kenna brought back stories to the halflings of the Feywild. So that's what I got.
Okay, if you guys want to just introduce yourselves and your characters real quick, in case someone's joining us for the first time.
Hi, I'm Megan R. Miller. I'll be playing Halfling Bard of Valor, Kenna Hollythorn.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm playing Deneen, a Wood Elf rogue cleric.
Hello, I'm Jean, and I'm playing Kath, a tiefling paladin.
Excellent. So, with that, we're going to jump right into it. And, hey, by the way, Kath, what is the name of the ship that your wife crews?
Why do you want to know? The minstrel.
Okay, so the minstrel. Well, a young woman, clearly in page livery, has just run up to you, and apparently she's been looking all over for you. Where does she find you?
Probably fighting with Sparks. It's been a while. I miss antagonizing him.
So she goes,
you gotta make up for lost time.
She goes to Halflington after going to the bathhouse, after going to the church, after going to the library. So she's been all over. She is just covered head to toe in road grime from physically running all over the place looking for you. And she finally bursts in Spark Mickey's shop through the door. The bell rings as she comes in, and finally, there you are. I've been looking all over town for you. And like that goes on for a while as she tries to spit out the port, the dock. You gotta see it. It's out on the river.
What?
They said you'll want to know.
What?
The minstrel.
Bye. And
But she hasn't pulled into a berth yet, and they don't know why.
Wait, what?
She's dead in the water.
Wait, well, are they signaling from the deck?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
What are they saying?
I misunderstood. I thought you meant signaling to the deck. No, we haven't spied anyone on the deck.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And she pushes past them, and she'll swing by the bathhouse to see if any, like on the way to the dock, she swings by the bathhouse to see if anyone is there. And she's riding a rune, so she's tearing through town.
Okay, that would be up to Deneen and Kenna.
Let's go with yes for you to get the party together.
Sure. And Deneen's owl is sitting outside the bathhouse in the tree that's near the door.
Okay, so Deneen comes crashing through the door, like, tail over head, stumbling, and then rights herself and says, help, 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 help. And come now, help, help,
Ah,
and then runs back out the door.
I guess she needs help.
yeah, apparently. So Denny grabs her bow,
Let's pack our crap and
checks
go.
her daggers, and heads out.
I whistle for Monty when I get out the door.
And
Follow him it up.
as you're
Faster
running,
that way.
as you're running along, she says, my family ship is here, but they're not. There's something wrong. They're not coming into berth, and they can't. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's. So Deneen isn't even breaking a sweat as she's going through town because she can go so fast, and because she's showing you guys shortcuts, you can all go double speed.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
This way, and then this way, and then this way. Arun, just duck under here. Here we go. Yeah.
So you guys get there in no time flat, and there's a little bit of a crowd kind of gathering on one of the berths. It's kind of odd for a ship to not come in, especially a ship that's been here before. And there's kind of like muttering and whispering as you come up, like, hey, what do you think happened? Why aren't they coming in? I don't see anybody. The crow's nest looks empty. Why aren't they flying any flags?
So is it just drifting? What? But then why would it be here?
It is just drifting.
So the sails are down and everything?
Yes, the sails are down. It's just kind of listening in the water. It's, they say, it appear. You hear someone mutter, it just appeared out of nowhere at dawn.
What time of day is it?
It's probably like mid-morning. The page has spent a lot of time looking for you.
Cass starts like shoving people on the deck, or not on the deck, on the dock, saying, I need a rowboat. I need to get out there.
So it doesn't take long before you actually find someone that you know that has access to that, or knows someone and knows someone. So within a good like 15-20 minutes, you kind of be ushered towards a boat that you guys can use, a little rowboat.
Okay. And Kath pushes the person out of the way if they try to take the oars, and she takes the oars. And
they just give you the boat as a loaner. They just let you use it.
Okay.
Sorry, Arun.
Arun is just like standing on the dock, lowing, making sad rock noises.
Is Monty going with you?
Yeah, Monty's coming with me.
Okay, so the boat is actually fairly full between the three of you and the dog.
Okay.
And I'll bring Wisdom will sort of circle overhead.
Flight privilege.
And when as we approach, Kath will say, just in case there's some kind of sickness on board, let me go up first. I can't get sick. If that's what it is, I don't want you guys exposed right away. But if it sounds like I'm about to be murdered, come and save me.
Wisdom, go help her.
So as you guys are manning the oars, rowing the boat. Quick question: Who kept the monocle?
I
Oh,
think Kath had it.
I think I know the
I think
answer
so
to
too.
that.
I think so too.
Monarch's monocle allows you to see through invisibility. Nope, that was claimed by Deneen.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even.
It's
Huh.
recorded on my spreadsheet.
Well, I haven't ever worn it before, so I guess I wouldn't be wearing it now.
You
I
can't
think
argue with a
you-
spreadsheet.
I think we gave it to you because you're the scout and you're the one who would be like
Oh, right.
through ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll have to remember that for the future. Let me write
We'll
myself.
remember that in the future.
See, it should have gone to whoever's most likely to wear a top hat, to be honest with you. All right, so the rowboat.
Here, let me roll a. Can I roll to like remember that I have this thing that might be useful right now?
You can. I mean, you can just remember it, but I don't know if right now if it'll matter as much. Like
Okay.
if you would think to do it, but
All right.
very shortly it
She
might.
definitely doesn't think to do it because she clearly hasn't been the habit since I forgot she had it. So
Yeah. So with a slight thud, the rowboat, kind of comes up alongside of the minstrel, and you can easily just throw some ropes if you want to like kind of tie it off, and also in order to get up on top of the ship is going to make it a lot easier.
Yeah, so they probably had a ladder rope with a hook that she would have taken with her, and she tosses it over the side. And Kath, who's usually clumsy, is actually skittering up this rope with easy practice, a lot more gracefully than you're used to seeing her move. And as she's going, she's calling out for people that she knows. She'll shout for the bosun, and she shouts for her wife, whose name is Azucena. So she's basically like banging on the side of the ship and shouting Azucena as she's
Climbing.
climbing and saying, "This is not funny if you're doing this because you're pissed off at me because I didn't write for a year and a half. I don't appreciate it. And you're in so much trouble if that's what's going on."
Deneen sends Wisdom and tells her, help her out if anything happens.
So
Wisdom's going to sort of follow approximately where you are. And if you get into a fight or something, she's going to help you.
So is it Stanley, the main character, one of the main characters from A Streetcar Named Desire?
Yeah.
I can't believe I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm envisioning Kath climbing up this thing, like when he's out in the street yelling.
Stella! Azucena! Yeah.
So you scurry up with
Kath is Marlon Brando.
I can see it. Like a young, handsome, of course, Marlon Brando.
With swift practice ease, Kath scurries up the ladder. You've never seen her move like this before. Vaults over the top of the rail, and for once, our tail doesn't even get in the way. And you land in a low crouch, and you're kind of looking around. Wisdom is circling above, and it is deserted. You don't see anything on the deck.
Does it look like the ship has been? Is it at least anchored? I mean, does it look as if everything's tied off, or does it really look as if there's just been no one piloting it and it's just drifted up?
It looks like it was being sailed before, and just everything looks just like that. How it would be if it was sailing on the open sea.
Oh, I don't think this is a joke.
Kath, are there sick people up there, or can we come help you?
I don't see anyone up here. I think you might be safe on the deck. I'm gonna run down below and look for them.
All right, Kenna.
Mm-hmm.
You want a boost?
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and
tie a rope around Monty so that we can hold him up after I get up there.
So, Deneen,
enough.
Just
like if you get up there, you'll see that there's like a levee for lifting animals up because.
Oh, good. Let's use that and not the rope.
To get off on and off ship sometimes.
Pulleys. That's smart. So yeah, Deneen skitters on up there herself since she's a climber.
Okay.
And she'll help Kenna up and Monty.
Yeah.
Not
so
that she's very strong, but she'll do what she can.
Yeah. As you walk by, to go get to the levee to help Monty get up, and you notice there's it's just laying out on the deck. There's a scrub brush and a bucket of water, soapy water. And you go over and get the levee, lower it down. And Monty's smart, so it's easy. He needs very little help or coaxing to get into it, and you guys are able to easily raise him up.
All right. This is creepy.
So now, are you heading straight down into the lower decks, Kath?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kath disappears into the darkness to go investigate. What are the rest of you doing?
You said there's a bucket of soapy water here?
There is.
Like, how soapy is it? Is it still soap?
It is, but it's just like, you know how the soap leaves the scum on the top
like
of
it's
the
all
water?
died down.
Yeah, it's not like frothy anymore.
But there's still water in it, so it probably hasn't been like days and days.
Yes, there is still water in it.
You know what? Deneen's too dumb to figure this out. She just looks in the bucket and goes, huh. And then she keeps wandering around like trying to figure out what's going on.
I just missed a whole bunch of stuff because I disconnected.
Kat's going below decks. Deneen is looking around the deck, like kind of like,
What's Kenna want to do?
Nope. She looks frozen again.
Nope, I just saw her blink.
Yeah, but she's got to roll to come back to the material plane. From the
Yeah, it's true.
before she can do her. There you go.
Yeah, she's out. She rolled an 11 above.
She's on the ethereal plane. So if Kath went below decks, I'll probably start wandering over that way.
Megan, if your internet's unstable, do you want to try losing the video and see if just audio will help that?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, so what are you doing? Kath is heading below deck to investigate. Deneen is kind of just looking around, trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm going to turn to Monty and see if he can smell anybody.
Oh, that's a good idea. So, let's have Monty make a wilderness check or survival check or whatever it is in this edition.
That's wisdom, right?
Yeah, that would be wisdom.
9.
So he.
Oh wait, no. If it's relying on smell, he gets advantage. So.
Yay.
Oh no, it's still 9. I rolled a 4 the second time.
And it's 9. So he begins sniffing all around, but he gets distracted really easy because there's a lot of new smells on the ship, and younger Monty is a little bit harder to control at times and is a little more willful.
Yeah.
And clearly, like he finds like an old stash of like crab traps, which are just full of different scents that he's really enjoying at the moment.
All right, you tried, buddy.
And he leads you right over to him and seems really happy and proud of himself. So below decks, Catherine's looking around through the gloom and the darkness with her dark vision.
So and Wisdom, if it's dark down there, Wisdom probably would have hesitated, and she's like hooting unhappily at the top of the stairs.
Oh, owls don't have dark vision?
Oh wait, she probably does. You're probably right.
Right.
She's a freaking owl.
Owls have extremely
Yes, she has dark vision. So, but flying around in close quarters isn't so hot, so she'll probably perch on Kath's shoulder.
Okay.
My horns.
Yeah.
Wisdom looks back at you. What do I look like, a dragonborn or something?
Yeah, she's on one of your horns and kind of hunched down so she doesn't hit the ceiling.
Okay.
Is okay. So, so actually, Wisdom will actually kind of go with its namesake and like turn around and watch her back.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So you have Al ass kind of in your face, but it might be useful.
Actually, she could be like sitting positioned with her body forward.
But remember, she can twist her head all the way around because she's an owl.
That's true.
Yeah, she can just constantly pivot. It's great.
Or she could have her ass in the cat's face. I mean,
she just prefers it that way. Not Wisdom. I meant Kath. No. So. So you're looking around and you do not. I love the facial expressions. That makes it all worth it. You're looking around and you don't see anything down here. Everything seems rather undisturbed. You even find like the area that people kind of use for a mess hall. Mm-hmm. And there's plates and some tankards that are sitting out with food in them and like half full of liquid.
Deneen's
Kat yells up for the others that she needs their help.
Oh.
And when we came in, were the lifeboats? Do pirate ships have lifeboats? Did they have lifeboats?
They probably at least have a dinghy.
Yeah, we're like, well, yeah, of course, because they'd have to be able to go to shore. So they do have at least a couple boats. Were those boats still there, or were they gone?
They were still there. How else were they going to go to the islands and bury their booty?
I won't get into that.
So, Deneen hears Kath say that she needs help, and she zips to where Kath went down, and she'll follow. She's deliberately not stealthy because she doesn't want to startle Kath. And says, "On my way, Kath." And just to get a quick sense of what's going on, she will temporarily switch her senses to the owl just to see if there's a fight or something, but then switch back because otherwise she could fall down the stairs.
Yeah. So Kath is like darting in and out of the different cabins. So I can't find them. I can't find them. This just doesn't make any sense.
I can't say I know much about boats, ships, but how did it even get here by itself?
I don't know. Do you think we pissed someone off in the Feywild and they did some like weirdo Fey magic and stole everybody? What if there was like
I don't imagine that this could have been a coincidence.
Well, there was that dragon turtle, but it's not pissed off at us.
Right, and like I mean the hags stole Agnetha's family, but we killed the hags, right? The hags are dead.
Yeah, they're dead. And they didn't really steal her family, they just steal her remembering them. Well,
didn't they like steal them all and kill them? Like
they made their own deal with Maglin.
Yeah, they went there on purpose.
And then Maglin killed the rest of them. But I think this isn't really their MO. And they're dead. They've been dead apparently for a year and a half.
What if there's like a weird time thing though, and like they came back to a time?
Let's just look around and try and figure out what's going on. Is there like a ledger or something here?
Oh, that would be up on the forecastle.
Well, all right. So you go check and Kath directs you to where that is, and she says, "You go check that. I'm going to go check Zuz's journal."
Forecastle. Okay. 4 probably means front, and it probably looks like a castle. I can find that.
For heaven's sakes, and she describes where it is.
Oh, the front. Why didn't you just say that? Okay. Yeah, and so she heads there.
Doesn't know anything.
I love all the lands.
So, hey, Megan.
Oh, Dave. And
yes.
As I'm running around, I'm going to cast Detect Magic, and it lasts up to 10 minutes. So I'm
okay.
Looking for stuff.
Where are you at this moment?
When she called, I came down with Deneen. So, below deck.
Okay. So, in front of you and behind you, out of thin air, appears a spider about the size of a pony.
About the size of a pony.
Yeah, like it barely fits down here at all.
I scream and take a stumble step back.
And it's
Can I hear that from the forecastle?
Oh yeah, you will absolutely hear that. Does a 19 hit you?
God, yes.
God, yes. Okay, so yeah, so you feel fangs sink into your back, and then another set sink into your side as you kind of get sandwiched. Yeah, as you get sandwiched by these two spiders.
Now I'm screaming louder.
Give me 2 con saves.
Oh, good.
It's not good.
Okay. So one of them is 20 total. The other one is 8.
Okay, so all right, so that is good. So you will take 15 points of piercing damage. And then I was not expecting that. But and then you will take, this will be the one where you pass the saving throw. 21 halved for poison damage.
Okie dokie.
And this is the bad one. And that will be 12, 20, 25 points of poison damage.
Ah!
And
I am in bad shape.
and so Kenna, yeah, I feel like the thing holding you up right now is the spiders biting into you, and all of a sudden they release, and you kind of drop to your knees, and you watch them kind of like fade away.
Yeah, I'm still screaming. Well, I was screaming bloody murder. Now I'm probably like too hurt to scream bloody murder.
And so Deneen comes rushing.
Yeah.
From above.
Since Wisdom has telepathy, can she tell me giant invisible spiders?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Kenna,
did she see that though? Because Wisdom was with me. Was Kenna?
Isn't Kenna with you?
Kenna was heading down towards you, so she was on the way. So there's a good chance. Give me a perception check for Wisdom.
Okay.
We'll do like rolls and stuff.
Because if they were right by me, then I might have been able to get off an attack.
Damn it, Wisdom. 9 with advantage.
Oh. Oh. Wisdom saw
She was
something.
looking in exactly the wrong direction. She heard that. Is what this is.
Wisdom saw something blurry out of the corner of his or her eye. I don't remember which the gender is of your your creature. She, out of her eye, and you didn't quite make it out, but you know something was there. And with that, Kath, you turn around and see Megan kind of like bleeding profusely, or Kenna.
Shit. And I scoot over to heal her.
Okay, and
Deneen's heading in from the other direction. With daggers.
With daggers. Does an 18 hit Kath?
Yes,
Ah, nice. Give me a con save.
She's gonna do hellish rebuke though.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
I'm telling you now.
So 4 points of piercing damage.
18.
Okay, so yeah, you're only going to take half of whatever this number is. 20, so you're only going to take 10 points of poison damage. And if you have anything special that helps you with poison.
Does my paladin thing work against poison, or is that just
disease?
You can lay on hands it out of yourself.
Well, I'm going to be laying on hands off of Kenna. But hellish rebuke.
Yes, hellish rebuke. I got to make a dexterity saving throw, and that is that. I passed a DC 14.
That's not good enough.
That is okay. So, what is your damage?
The loaded question, Dave.
Dun, dun, dun. Asking the tough questions.
It is. Oh, that turned out really well. 17.
17 damage?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You hear a shriek from behind you after something just kind of tears into your backside, piercing and pumping the venom. And then all of a sudden the weight is gone. And Deneen, as you're charging down towards them,
Yeah.
something you have to like slide up short because you run right into one of these things right at the top of the stairs. It completely fills it.
Oh.
Does an
something
18
that clearly needs to get stabbed.
Yeah, probably. Does an 18 hit?
No.
Okay, so you
I bounce off of it and jump back so that it can't quite get me.
Okay. And then as you jump backwards, instinctively almost, you kind of like twist to the side, and as you do, you miss it. You're missed by an attack that you only instinctually knew was there coming from behind, and then these things wink out of existence.
So I didn't see it at all.
You saw the one in front of you, yeah.
So I bumped into it, and then I could see it while it was attacking.
The one in front of you. So the one in front of one of these things appears in front of you, and it is a spider, basically the size of a pony. It's covered in all of its chitin is in white with blue markings, or maybe it's blue with white markings. I guess it's all depends how you look at it. But it took two quick bites in your direction, and took a bite in your direction. You jump back, bounced off another one, and just moved at the last minute. As you felt, you could feel its mandibles close, its fangs close down where you were, and then they vanish.
Well, since for all I know it's blocking the stairway, I can't go down there because I don't want to just walk into its mouth.
So you guys can roll initiative.
Initiative.
Was I able to get the heal off?
7.
We go into initiative.
No.
Okay.
Rats.
So let's see. A 7. I know we usually put them in the chat. Can you just say them for me though?
23.
23. Okay.
My second favorite number.
What is your first favorite number?
27.
Yeah.
I roll it so often.
And what is Kat's initiative?
13.
13. Nice. Yeah, because I am basically using a screenshot. If I open up the chat, it messes everything up. Ooh, wow, that's nice. The things you don't want your DM to say.
Yeah, that's a little unnerving there, Dave.
All right, so what is everyone doing?
Well, Deneen, I guess, is... My owl's downstairs, so I guess she'll help Kath on her turn. Deneen, as far as she knows, this stairway is full of spider. So she's going to duck around a corner, if there is one, or up onto the aft castle, and cast Minor Illusion of herself crouching down and ready to attack. And then she's going to bonus action hide. And she's hoping that a spider will attack the illusion.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan. And what is Kath doing?
Kenna's looking pretty wrecked, so Kath is going to lay on hands into her and heal her and remove the poison.
Okay. So how much are you healing?
30 points, but 5 of that will be to take the poison away.
It's poison damage. She doesn't actually have the poison condition.
Oh, okay. Well, still 30 points.
Okay. And, oh no, do we have you, Megan? We have a Megan spot. Anyway. Alright, so, okay, no sign of spiders. Don't see anything.
Is my detect magic pinging at all?
You know what? I don't know. You don't actually detect any magic.
Oh, I should have had Deneen remember the stupid monocle. She'll have to do that on her next turn.
Megan, you got healed for 30.
So how much was that heal for? Sorry.
No worries, 30. The interwebs does what the interwebs does.
Yeah, my connection is unstable right now.
We would have never figured that out. No worries. So, what is Kenna doing?
Well, I'm still pretty hurt, and I think in the situation, like, she was going to drop like a on herself, just got healed, so it's no longer as critical as it was. So she's gonna cast. This is what Kenna would do.
Oh. I hope you don't blink to where they
But
are.
I get
all full of spiders. Because we
On
can
this
get
plane.
you if you die there.
And then can smell it to bite it, or
So you broke up quite a bit, but I'm imagining what you
visible
said.
right now, or are they not visible?
So you pretty much broke up, but I think you're saying you're going to blink. Curse you, internet!
She says she's just going to type it, so I will read it out loud since Dave can't see the chat.
Okay. That will absolutely work. I felt like I got the gist.
So I cast Blink, and I got a 6, so I'm still here, and Monty wants to try to bite it. How about that?
Okay, so Monty is looking for something to bite, and there is nothing available right now. And that will bring us to...
Maybe he's got a ready action to bite anything he sees.
Yeah, that can absolutely work. So that brings us
Yes.
to the top of the order. That's
All
Jen.
right, so Deneen is hiding, and her illusion is sitting there. And then finally, as she's hiding, she's like, wait, I have a thing for this. She starts going through her pack frantically, looking for the thing. And that's her object interaction for the round, and she straps it on.
Okay, so she puts the monocle on,
Yes.
and you look around, and you just see spiders everywhere, crawling all over the ship.
Oh, geez. Like, huge? Are they all huge, or is it like, did they like spawn here?
No, they're all large, and they're all have that, they're blue with white markings, and you can just see the malevolence in their eyes. You see there's a couple of them, and they're like right next to Monty and Kath and
Well, I can't
Kenna.
see them, but I'm sure there's some up here on the deck.
Well, on the deck, yeah. Well, wherever you look, you just see them all over the place, kind of crawling around the ship.
Oh, God.
Except for they look kind of ghostly. Now, you saw one, like, in your face, and it was a solid thing, but these look kind of ghostly, the ones you're looking at.
All right.
I mean, didn't
So-
you get close to us, at least?
Well, I can't get down the stairs because there was a spider in the stairwell, filling the stairwell. But at this point, I don't want to be separate from you because I can't do as much without anybody around. So I'm gonna continue stealthing if I can, although there's spiders everywhere. If I see a stealthy route, I will head down to try and see if I can get down that stairway to them. If I have to, if there's too many spiders around, I will withdraw action the whole way down there.
Okay, yeah,
So
so
that they can't get attacks of opportunity on me.
you absolutely are able to do that, and what you see,
And my illusion is still on the deck.
one of the things that you see is one of those spiders that's like completely, like, almost blocking up the stairwell going down, and its legs are kind of splayed out, and, like, going through the walls. Yeah.
So it's like it's intersecting reality.
Yes, kind of like that. So, like, I just imagine, like, Deneen sees all this and just does like a running dive, but like banana peel style, in order to like slide under it as the disengage action.
Yeah, she'll because she's being careful. I can't remember, is it withdraw or disengage? I guess it's disengage. Yeah. So she'll just be like, and yeah, she'll just slide right under there and go thunk, 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 down the stairs. and probably plow right into Kenna.
Okay, so well, you can control it and stop if you want to.
Yeah. Well, then she zips over Kenna and says, "There's giant spiders all over the ship. They're invisible. I can see them. We need to leave. How about leaving? Let's leave."
I thought Kenna was on the ethereal plane.
No, it didn't work.
No, I rolled a 6. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. So it's Kath's turn, yeah?
Yes, but before we do that, you can make a bardic knowledge check for Arcana.
Okay.
And if Kath
ask.
Kath, if you actually have Arcana, you can make a check.
Oh, I do. Da, 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 da.
14?
17.
All right, so I'm going to go with the 17 and the trained. So, based off of what you've seen and what Deneen just came running, sliding down the steps, saying, and you've seen her do the whole banana peel thing, like she was trying to avoid something, the limbo under something. You don't see anything there.
Oh yeah, she pointed right back toward the steps, like, big one on the steps. He probably saw me go by. We're in trouble.
How did you describe the spiders? Did you say? Or
giant
you just said...
invisible spiders literally everywhere.
Okay.
And I can see them. I pointed at the monocle just to show that I'm not crazy.
In turn, making you look more crazy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, you felt when it bit you, you felt the weight kind of just vanish. So you're thinking they might not be invisible. They might be blinking in and out of here.
That might not be good for Kenna. There's spiders on both.
Tell me that.
I don't know that.
Now fall back into initiative. So Kath, you're up.
Oh wait, so I think they might be blinking in and out of here?
You think they might be doing the same thing that Kenna does?
Okay, so I say shit, they're phasing. Kenna, don't go anywhere. They're gonna be wherever you go. And I cast Aura of Purity. So alt yells have let's see. The aura is 30 feet and it moves with me, so stay close. But because of this, you can't become diseased. You have resistance to poison.
Ooh.
You have advantage on saving throws against blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned. And I am going to... is Kenna still pretty wrecked looking?
I'm not critical anymore.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to say we gotta get away from here. Because it's Deneen, there's a ton of them, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really count. A lot.
Okay, so time to go. And I start to kind of head out, but say, Deneen, I think we should follow you.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. But there is a giant one completely blocking the stairs.
Okay, so actually now that you're down there, you see the ones that are on either side of Kenna. You see one on either side of Kath and the stairwell.
Point them out. Yeah.
Like you probably never actually got to Kenna. You probably stopped short because you see the spider between you and Kenna.
Oh, so I'm on the stairs. Like, there's a spider right in front of me. There's one behind me, and there's some spiders down there with you. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to kill at least some of them. At least this is a bottleneck. I'm not sure they care about that if they're phasing, but
they care about that.
They're gonna try and kill us.
Well, it's Kenna's up because Cat cast her spell, so that's her turn.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you can convey like you don't know, you don't actually think they're really there. At least you would be able to.
Okay.
So if they're phasing,
I'm getting fuzzy about what I know versus what Deneen knows. So Kath will say, "No, they're only here. I think they're only here when they're biting us. You can see them, but we should be able to move through unless they actually come into this this plane or this phase. I don't know. But
well, I did see one that kind of had its legs almost through the wall. So maybe they're only. So you think they're only interacting here when we see them? Either way, let's get out of here. How about that?
Yeah. Move now. Move fast. Must go faster.
And it also means that apparently the monocle you have has another property you weren't aware of.
Ooh.
Deneen still doesn't really get this whole phasing thing. She doesn't know that Kenna goes to another plane. She just knows Kenna vanishes. So she's like, okay, I'm not exactly sure how they're doing it, but they can like move through things, which isn't good either. So let's just, yeah.
All right.
So they're kind of like ghosts, but they can only bite us when they're not ghosts. So run while they're ghosts.
Yeah, like that. Yes. Okay, this way.
So Kenna, it is your turn. What are you doing on your turn?
I am unblinking myself, grabbing Monty and getting the heck out of Dodge because he's faster than I am.
Okay.
Kath, did you see any sign that there could still be people on this ship? Or should we set it on fire?
Don't set it on fire!
It's right next to a city. It's right next to a city full of people, Kath. We can't just leave it here.
Don't set it on fire.
We'll go ask for help and then we'll come back and take care of it, but we need to go because we're not prepared right now.
What help? We're it.
You could well, like if you're worried about it getting to the city, you could always try and drop the anchors.
I'll do that on the way out.
And then I can shoot at it from the dock. How about that?
Yeah, you can see if I don't think these things are gonna like swim through the water. Hopefully, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. But you'll be able to see it if they do.
Okay.
Burning the ship isn't gonna like swim. Just go! Go right now.
Okay. We're going.
We solved most of our problems by burning them.
Kill
So
with fire. It sounded good.
so are you so is Kath heading for the anchor?
Yes.
Marines, we are leaving.
Okay. So you begin loosening the anchor to drop it, and
What are you doing?
as you do get harried a bit as you get surrounded.
Can I stab a thing?
Let's see. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
If you're going to be close to her while she's doing it, yes, you can.
Yes. 28 to hit.
Yeah, will absolutely hit.
That's what I'm talking about. With booming blade. So that's 44 damage.
Oh yeah, that totally obliterates one.
Ugh. Good.
So that is one less that will attack Kath. Oh, that was some good rolls. No. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
All right. So you got bit 4 times as they try and pull you apart. So that means I will need 4 saving throws.
Constitution, yeah.
Correct.
Well, 11, 23, because that's a natural 20. And oh, that's not so good. 7.
Okay, so I believe you passed them all but one.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah, so 11, 21. So you will take 31 points of piercing damage. But on the bright side, you do have your aura thing going on, right?
Yes, so I have resistance to poison.
You do. Is that a concentration effect?
Maybe. Let me go find it. Aura of purity. Oh yeah, that's the concentration.
All right, so give me a concentration check, DC or Constitution save, DC 10.
Constitution or concentration?
It's the same
Yes.
thing.
Oh. 16.
That's the first pass. Second one,
Oh, like a lot of them then.
it's
I
gonna
thought she
be
only fought
4.
one.
But I have advantage until I don't. 20.
You good?
Whew, 23. Another natural 20.
And one more.
14. Whoo, nearly.
Okay. No, they were all each individual concentration checks for each bite.
Yeah.
All right. So this you're only going to take a quarter of this one.
My HP's at 69, and I'm hearing Bill and Ted saying 69.
Nice.
So that's going to be 23. So you're going to take a quarter of that.
Wait, a quarter of 23?
Yeah, because you passed your save plus the resistance.
Okay, so 6.
Yeah, and then we've got a quarter of 13.
Mm-hmm.
Quarter of 22.
Oh.
And this is the one where you're just taking half. 13.
Ay, ay, ay. Kath swears a storm that I dare not say on a string.
So yeah, so they rip into you, but they are actually, let's see, they rip into you and then they all kind of like fade away again.
Well, maybe that's good, and maybe like I drew all of their attacks, and now Kenna will be able to run the gauntlet without getting it.
And
Hopefully at least some of them are trying to bite my illusion too.
some of them do approach your illusion was approached, but after they got within fairly close to it, they just kind of ignored it.
Oh well.
And there's there was far more than that on the ship, so only some of them kind of came through. Kenna, are you beelining? You were beelining for the rowboat.
Yes, that was my plan. I'm checking the range of cure wounds really quick. No, it's touch. There's no way. Yeah, I'm still shouting nope and running.
Spiders. Nope.
Nope, nope, nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
Okay, so Kath, you were able to drop the anchor, and Kenna, let's see, 3 of them pop into existence near you.
Oh, nope.
And let's see, of the 3, let's see. You prefer high or low?
Oh gosh, what does that mean?
Whether they bite you or Monty.
Bite me.
Oh no, high or low.
You pick high or low.
Yeah, you pick high or low.
Hi.
Okay, only
Hi.
one of them was biting Monty. And it will hit Monty. And does a 16 hit you?
Yes. No. Me. No.
Okay, so
Monty, yes.
you get completely missed. Monty can make a Constitution saving throw. And he's going to take 5 points of piercing damage.
Monty. gets a 12.
Monty will take half damage, probably a quarter if he's also affected. So that's 13 poison. As one of the spiders latches onto his rump.
Insert growl here.
I'm going to do my... Is one of the things that's attacking within 5 feet of me?
No, because she headed straight for the rowboat.
Oh, that's okay. I'll get you later.
So you were attacking with your daggers, Deneen?
When I attacked earlier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So after you attacked, did you resume hiding?
If there was anywhere to hide.
It's a ship. There's usually stuff around.
Okay. Yes. And since I moved half my movement, I don't even need it. 32 to hide.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're fairly easy for you to vanish after you make your attack.
Okay. So how bad off is Kath here? Like,
you know, she's took some serious damages, but she's not. She could probably go another round or two before she.
I mean, I'm not the best healer in the world, so I probably should save it until I can try and pick you up if you get picked off.
That's probably smart.
Yeah. So, I'll just. I don't see anything to attack right now. However, I guess I could bless us.
Action.
Yeah. I'll hold my action for the next time one of them comes out to attack Kath.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Kath is done and that she's going to beeline for the rowboat now.
Yeah, I'm going to say with her action, she probably just like cut the thing or, just let it fly and unlock it. And,
so at this point we're leaving, correct? Then I should do that.
yeah, so I mean, you could ready your action. You could kind of like perform a flanking maneuver in case something pops out. And it's like just a straight run to the rouse to get over to the
rowboat. What I want to do is basically escort Kath back.
Yeah, that's kind of what I envisioned.
Yeah. And if something comes out to attack either of us, to attack it.
Okay, well you can take your attacks then.
All right. Oh, nat 20, which is a 32 to hit.
All right. Roll your damage.
That's 87 damage.
87 damage, yeah. You're going to kill 2 of them.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, which is good because...
Spider kebab.
Because that means 2 less to attack.
Does that mean I can also offhand attack a third one?
Yeah, you can.
But I don't get any sneak attack. That's 16 to hit.
That will hit?
4 damage.
All right.
Not the best, but maybe it'll make them think twice.
All right. So, some love for Kath. Well, it looks like only one of them actually hit you. So, first of all, give me a Constitution saving throw for your concentration, which is just going to be DC 10.
Okay. 19.
All right.
19.
So you're good. So you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage, and then you're going to take a quarter of 22. So 11.5.
Okay.
From the poison damage. And this time they do not disappear. There is 6 of them.
Oh.
Surrounding Kath.
Is it my turn now?
It is actually. It would be Jen's turn.
Really? Kenna didn't go.
Kenna ran to the rowboat.
Kenna ran away.
And there aren't any down there with her. She's
there are
good.
none. Yeah.
She's good. Okay. Well, gosh.
They've been kind of like you've been around for a couple rounds, and Deneen is very tactical. So there's something in the timing of when they appear and disappear. It seems deliberate.
6 of them, and the most I can kill is 2. And I got nothing I can use on them. Oh, hell with it. I'm just gonna have to lash out and see how many I can kill here. That's 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For 39.
Yeah, you just carve one in half essentially. I just imagine you just like stab it in its head and then run it the length of its body with the blade and like split it like overripe fruit.
And then I'll use my offhand attack to try and jab another one.
Okay.
It's 28 to hit for another 4 damage.
Okay. So there's one of them you've like chopped 2 of the legs off of. And they're just kind of splurting this green blood all over the place.
Excellent.
Out of the stumps. And now it is Kath's turn.
All right. I am gonna wail away here with Pigpen. 16
16 what?
for 17 damage.
17 damage. I think you just squished one of the bugs.
Yay!
If not, let me know, because I'm gonna smite it if it's...
Oh no, it's not squished. It's only half squished.
All right. No, it is now.
You hit it with an overhand slam on its back, and its legs just kind of go out, and it just looks up at you.
All right, I'm gonna add 22 smite to that.
Oh, okay, 22 smite. Yeah, that after it goes flat and its legs go out and it looks up at you, it's like almost like a delayed reaction as the holy energy slams through it, and it just like explodes into chunks.
Nice.
Megan, it's raining spider bits down there.
19 to hit the second one.
17 hits.
That was 19.
Oh, 19. 19. That hits too.
And why can I know math right now?
Math is hard.
28.
28? Okay.
Yeah.
It is not dead.
Oh.
It hisses at you.
She hisses right back. And she tries talking to it in a couple different languages, or the only ones she knows. So, which is Primordial and Gnomish and Common, saying, "What did you do with the others?"
So you see an intelligent evil gleam in their eyes, but no like recognition of the words.
Okay.
Let's leave, Kath. How about it?
We can come back, get on this rowboat. I swear to God.
So that last attack, you didn't add a smite, right?
I'm sorry?
Did you didn't add a smite on that last attack?
I did.
Oh, what was the smite damage? I'm sorry.
No, it was included in the total I gave you.
Oh, the 28. Got it. Okay.
I just didn't roll as well on the damage for that one.
Okay. So
Kath is kind of hesitating for a second. She says, Deneen, are there any others besides the ones that we can see?
There are other ones crawling around the ship.
Is the ship like quite clearly completely overrun with these things?
Yeah, they're in most spaces.
Yeah, this is the minority of them, Kath. We need to go.
All right, Kath will she goes, but she's giving it. Oh, I won't do it to the camera because that'd be giving it on the finger.
Except for you guys already did. So, are you using your movement to move? Because there will be attacks of opportunity.
You could withdraw on your turn. or disengage.
I will do that.
Okay, so next turn you plan to disengage then.
Yeah.
Is Kenna doing anything down below?
I'm healing me because I'm still pretty hurt.
Okay, so you got healing going on, and then that brings us.
I'm not critical, but I'm still not comfortable being up there.
All right, and now you can go, Jen.
All right, I'm gonna say, Kath, I'm leaving. Are you gonna leave? You're gonna leave, right? Because I'm leaving. Kath, tell me you're leaving so I can leave.
I'm so mad at you out of character right now, Jen, that I'm having a hard time interacting with you in game.
What? What did I do?
She writes in our other chat window, says, of course, there may be people webbed up below deck somewhere.
We can come back for them, but we're not doing it right now. We need to prepare better.
Yeah.
But Kath hadn't thought of that. In her mind, everyone jumped ship before, and so she would say, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Get going."
All right. So Denine's gonna disengage, and slither back over to the rowboat.
Okay. All right, so the four that are left, they chomp at Kath, 3 miss, 1 hit, and give me a Constitution saving throw again for your concentration, DC 10.
Ooh, 11. That was close.
No, it's fine. You only need a 10. All right, and now you just make the poison save.
17.
Yeah, you're fine. So you're going to take 3 piercing, and then you're going to take a quarter of 14. And then now you can disengage if you want. And also, they disappear after they attack this time.
All right. I disengage and I skedaddle on out of there.
Okay, so the 4 or the 3 of you, 4 including Monty, 5 if you count Wisdom, are on the rowboat looking up, and Kath and Kenna, they don't see anything, but Deneen just sees spiders crawling, on the masts and along the ship. Just
you can read this in the expression of abject horror on Deneen's face as she's watching all this and just like.
See, you get it.
How hurt are you two?
I'm fine. Sorry.
I look at Kath.
I'm going to draw my bow. As long as we're on a rowboat, nice and safe. And I'm going to start shooting. And I'm going to start low.
Okay, so you start putting arrows through these things.
Yeah.
And it's like thunk, thunk, right into the side of the ship.
But it's not hitting them.
It's not, it's going through them.
Do you want the spiders dead or not, Kat?
I was just took an opportunity to do a Johnny Depp quote. That was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Best delusion.
So they kind of are like ghosts because these aren't hitting.
You've got to like.
How'd you figure that out? Have you seen them before?
I just know shit, I guess. I know stuff from, and Kat is cannot speak clearly right now. She's too.
I'm gonna start healing you, thinking that it's you being physically injured and not realizing for a second that it's emotional pain.
Yeah, because Kath is beat up quite badly. She got chewed up.
1 second. That would be 5d8 plus 4.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Kath. I heard the screaming before I got to the forecastle. I don't have any, logbook, whatever, anything. I ran back to help. So I don't think we really know anything.
I don't think that they would have had time to record anything anyways. I mean, everything looked like it had been dropped all of the sudden. I mean, they wouldn't have stopped to write in the log about what's going on. I think best case scenario, they've jumped ship somewhere further down the river on their way up here when these things came on board. And yeah.
But then wouldn't the little boats have been gone?
Not if they were fleeing and they just literally jumped ship, like jumped into the water and swam to shore. I mean, this is just a river. It's not like they were out in the ocean. They might have thought they could make it.
So maybe the ship was just drifting like with the current of the river and that's how it got here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Do you think there's another possibility? What other possibility?
I might have had a thought.
We'll
not a
discuss
good
it
one.
when we get back to shore.
Well,
Back to
let's tell
Not
everyone
here.
on the docks and boats not to go anywhere near that thing. I mean, they didn't jump out onto a rowboat. Maybe they're not good jumpers, but no one should go near it.
Kath pulls the oars up and sits there and doesn't move and says, "What's your thought?"
Well, I was just thinking, you know how when when you guys got bit, did you feel like paralyzed or anything?
No.
Because you know how spiders, they'll like bite their prey and then they wrap them up and save them for later? You know how regular spiders kind of do that? I was thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe. I mean, you didn't see any like unusually large bundles under decks, did you?
She looks back to the ship and looks back to
Okay, we still need to be prepared or we'll never get to them.
Well, yeah.
I'm telling Kath, not you.
Oh,
You can see the temptation to just get back on board on her face right now.
Kath had detect magic up, right?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Until she cast Aura of Purity, because they're both concentration. So she had to drop detect magic.
Okay.
But she had it up when she first came on board and went down as far as she did. And for the first round or two until she did Purity.
Okay.
Hi.
That's all we needed to know. So what are you guys doing now?
Booking it back to the docks.
So she starts rowing again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's death. She knows she can't do it herself.
Do you think we could copy this thing?
I don't know if we could copy it in time.
I don't know. I just could we like lure them out and I pick them out, like individually and I pick them off as we lure them out?
Somebody'd have to be
like, do it
bait.
Systematic.
Kath looks
They
to
didn't.
where
They
a
didn't
room-
seem to really go for my illusion.
Kath is looking to where a rune is like pine on the dock.
Oh, Kath.
I look over at Wisdom kind of uneasily. I'm like, I can only pull her back once a day. She doesn't directly say what she's thinking right now, as she's looking at her owl and feeling like a terrible person for even thinking this.
A rune
Is it only once a day? It's a ritual spell.
I
Oh, well,
I don't know about that. I can only cast it once a day because I got it from a feat.
yeah. And you're a
I
ritual.
think.
You are a ritual caster, but you're a ritual caster for divine.
Yeah, now I gotta look it up. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works.
How does any of this work?
Side question.
Choose one first level spell. I can cast it. Once you cast it, you must finish a long rest before you can cast it again. So that's once a day for
Okay.
me.
My other players cheat. Damn them, Ted.
Ooh.
What was your side question, Megan?
Oh, my side question is once we get back to the dock, do I know, like, people that are good for getting out the information around quickly? Can I like spot the the 3 people that I know are going to like tell this to everybody, even if I don't want them to?
Kenna has a really good feel for Gryphongaffe because you've been there a while now, and you know you definitely know those kinds of people. But also now, I would say that you've probably encountered more people that were probably from like Ryler that are even better at that.
Well, good. I will find those Rylor people and pay them a little bit to get them to go spread some news.
Oh, for money, yeah, that actually makes it happen even quicker.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Rylo's for.
Oh.
They didn't really go after my illusion, so we can't use that as a bait.
A rune's been bait.
Yeah, but how would he... He's
You
huge.
got that look on your face, and a rune is giving you a look.
Are we back on the dock?
Yeah, you guys are back on the docks.
Kat looks at him and says, "It's for Zuzu, buddy."
Oh, I just thought of something. If Wisdom flies over there, she can fly by things so fast that they can't attack her.
That is
so
true.
She could like check out the underdeck and see.
And
if
then if
there.
she can lure them out, I can shoot at them from here.
That'd take a long time to like pick them off. You think?
If I could even get a couple of them, that would be good. And it would get sneak attack because she'd be right there. I mean, not that I know what sneak attack is in character. And I think I could get hit just the right spot because she'd be right there.
That's true.
Distracting them
But the
before
thing
you-
is, like, I'm kind of tempted to ask you to how far can she go and you see through her eyes?
100 feet?
Oh, damn it.
Well, actually, no, wait. I can see through her eyes as far as she goes, but I can only talk to her for 100 feet.
Because I want to know if there's a chance that, you know, if they jump ship, they might be along a shore downriver somewhere.
Should I send her to like go peek in the portholes first of the ship
Yes.
and
That's a
then
good idea.
send her up the river?
Yes.
Okay. And so Wisdom, who's been like clutching on a calf's horn and kind of freaked out this whole time, like, I call her over to me and I try and comfort her. And I talk to her about what I want her to do. And then I'll sit down like in a meditative pose and I close my eyes and she flies out to the boat.
So
the
during
ship.
that conversation, was Wisdom showing visible signs of fear?
I think so.
I feel like as the conversation goes on, her head just tilts more and more until by the time you finish, she's looking at you with her head completely upside down.
Yeah. Every time I look at her as I'm considering plans, I'm sure she looks more and more nervous. I'm like, it's okay, bud. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. That's why we can do what we do. So you can be brave and we can both do this, okay? And I'll be there with you. I'll be right here, okay? Okay. Let's go.
So, a quick question, because I don't know off the top of my head.
Yep.
Familiars, are their intelligence the same as the animal?
They can talk to me. They can speak telepathically. But yes, her intelligence is the same as an animal.
Okay. So, like, you get back, like, the mental image of first you're looking at, like, a predatory bird swooping down on a mouse, but then the mouse is Wisdom.
I know. But you know you'll be okay no matter what, right? Okay? You'll be okay. I can always call you back. That's what the boss said.
So, Wisdom flies off, you know, kind of circling the ship, and then, you know, circling and looking through the portholes, and until she finds one on the far side of where you guys actually had gone to.
Okay, she's looking in the portholes.
And It's in that one. There's a soft glow in the room, and it's actually the hold of the ship. It's a cargo hold. There's a large crate. It's got its top has been kind of it's not the top. The side has actually been kind of knocked out of it and is ajar, and it is a grayish silver light that seems to be emanating out of it and like pulsing ever so softly, and on the top of the crate in the dim light, you can make out runes in silver that or they're actually glowing this silver color of that light that's emanating off, almost like if it wasn't for that light, you don't think you would see them.
Well, she would see them.
No, you don't think it seems to be in this exact color of the light.
Huh. Okay. So Deneen tries to, even though she can't, and she says, I can't hear any of you right now, and then she goes on to describe everything that she's seeing through wisdom.
So they're crates?
One crate. One large crate with the front of it kind of, the front of it has been pulled off and is lying up against the wall. And there's this light emanating from it. It's a real soft silver glow.
Maybe it's attracting them or something. That's all she's seen so far. Is there anything through any of the other portholes?
No, this ghost ship.
All right. Unless you guys shake me or something, I'm going to send her up the river to look for annoyed people on the shoreline. What does your wife look like, Kath? Not that I can hear you. Never mind. Why did I ask that question? I should have asked that earlier. Let me bring her back here and then we'll talk about it. So I ask Wisdom to fly back.
You can have her write it on your hand.
She's right here. We could just pause for a minute and have this conversation. So I drop my sense of wisdom and then I look up at you both and I say, there's this weird crate with the crazy magic looking thing in there. Pulsing runes. It's either knocked open or something, like somebody was in a hurry.
Crate?
It's a crate that has some kind of magic item in it that has glowing silver runes.
I feel like the last time we got involved with a magical crate, there were flying heads.
I don't want no. That's no.
It couldn't be him. We killed him, right? He's dead, right?
He's super dead.
He's super dead.
Do you think this thing could have like attracted or made these spiders? Can I put my monocle on wisdom? It's just a monocle. It's like a relatively small item.
Yeah, you can make wisdom attuned to it.
Okay.
So
here you go. Here you go, Birdie.
It'll take a little bit of time, but yeah, you can do that.
And it's like kind of heavy on her head, so she's like kind of, yeah. Just so she can like see like if
she flies in spirals.
Yeah, like just so she can see if like the spiders are attracted to this thing or maybe repelled by it, but they're on the ship, so I don't know. Maybe. If nothing else, it'll help her not get killed.
So you can do it and it's not a problem, but you literally have to force wisdom back to the ship. Because now she can see the spiders.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, wisdom.
And one of the things
we both work for the boss. We got to do the right thing.
One of the things that she sees is she sees spiders crawling in and out of the crate, even though like they shouldn't really fit. So after a while, she kind of hops to a couple portholes down over, and she kind of looks and she can kind of see into the crate. And what she sees is kind of like this bleak landscape inside.
So it's like a portal inside the crate.
It is. And
so maybe that's where all these potentially endless spiders are coming from. The plane of scary spiders.
And there's some kind of spire like in the distance.
Yeah, I think we need to go close that crate, guys. This is not good. Or we could burn the ship down, but then it would be at the bottom of the ocean, the river, which is probably still not good.
But the thing is, like, if we burn the ship, that might not dispel the portal.
right? And then the river will drain into the portal, and then spiders will come out in waves and cover the town.
Either that or the river drains through the portal and floods.
So we need to go close that thing somehow. Maybe because the runes are on the crate, right?
Yes, the runes are etched on the top.
So of maybe when the crate's closed, the portal is closed. Maybe somebody on the ship opened that crate or knocked the lid off the crate by accident or whatever, and then they all had to bail because these spiders started coming out of it.
Kath gets this look on her face and just goes, Ivan. If that stupid, blithering idiot let his curiosity get the better of him.
You think it was Sparks? What? No. What would he have to do with this ship?
What are you talking about?
Well, when I hear you say stupid, blithering idiot, I automatically assume you mean Sparks.
No, Ivan. Ivan.
Oh, this is somebody you know?
Yes. This is a crew member.
Okay.
Always getting into trouble.
Were there like dead people around this crate?
I'm just gonna kill him. I'm just gonna have to kill him. If he did this, he's just gonna have to die, and Zoo's just gonna have to live with it.
Wisdom saw no bodies anywhere, or even really a sign of a struggle.
Well, at least there's no bodies.
Yeah, I think they must have been able to get off. That's what's happened. Yep. Where I'm going.
Are there any rooms that don't have portholes? Like, would we have seen if there were people still on here somewhere or holed up somewhere?
But you said that they can phase through the walls.
Well, so yeah, I saw one like putting its leg through a wall. It was weird.
So if they can go through the walls, it wouldn't have mattered if they tried to bar themselves inside a room. Therefore, they didn't try to bar themselves from the room. They jumped ship and swam to shore. And I'm going to believe that until
What I mean is, if there's portholes on all the rooms, and Wisdom just went and looked in the portholes because she's such a good girl. Thank you so much. See, you're okay. And she takes the monocle back. Then that means they're not on the ship.
That is correct. I mean, you guys have looked at most of the ship. It does appear that the ship is deserted, and there's nothing but
should I send her up the river?
Well, yes, because while she's looking, we can start going to the library and maybe talk to Juris about shutting this portal.
All right, you're gonna have to lead me along then if I'm gonna do a ride along with her.
There is one thing that maybe I know Kath has done it in the past. You haven't tried yet that you would be something you might try, and that's like locate object on something that like a wedding ring or something maybe.
That's right. That's right. Oh. Let me see. Oh, I didn't have that prep today. No.
Try tomorrow.
Kath gets really excited and then immediately gets very sad. She thinks of that.
What?
I thought maybe I could check for something, but I didn't prepare it this morning because I didn't think I'd be looking for anything. I thought I was just going to have a great game with the thing and with the sparks and the fights, but no. But I actually have locate creature now.
Ooh.
I just don't have that prep either.
Okay, look.
I just know what Kath has done in the past, so that's why I thought I'd bring it up.
I will walk along with you. You lead me along to wherever the hell you're going. I won't be able to hear you.
Here, just ride a rune.
Oh, okay.
Just ride a rune and hold on tight. And he
Thank you, Arun, most majestic of beasts. And she'll put on her monocle again to reattune to it. And Wisdom, who gets even more kisses and treats for doing all that brave stuff, then she will send Wisdom up the river to look. before this, she asks Kath what her wife looks like.
You've probably met her.
Really?
In the year break.
No,
when
because Deneen was gone.
It's true. I was in Carchabathium for a couple months there.
Well, you guys can decide whether they've met or not. But it would have been feasible that they could have. It's just a matter of timing, whether it was like...
I don't think they have.
Okay. But what does she look like? What am I looking for? So
Kath gets like this dreamy look on her face.
Oh no.
And she goes, well, she's half sun elf, half wood elf. So she just kind of glows, you know. And she's got long black wavy hair, and she looks like she's about to steal something from you, but you can't say no. Like you just want to give it to her anyways. But no, she's you know, she holds up her eyes. She's like this tall and and begins to describe someone who looks quite a bit like Indira Dharma.
Ah, all right. So Deneen tries to relay her mental image of this description to Wisdom, but since she's doing a ride along anyway, she'll keep an eye out and says, "All right, here we go." And then Deneen is riding on a rune, and she closes her eyes, and Wisdom takes off and heads upriver.
But yeah, if she sees any group of like unhappy people stranded together,
yes. If I see any, you know, sailors or unhappy people, I can recall Wisdom and wake up. So that's why I'm watching, as opposed to the other time when I had to send her by herself because I was doing other stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
So I guess one of the things you probably see is there's still refugees that kind of have been trickling in. So, you know, so there is a a couple like boats tied together heading to Gryphongaffe, and you know, looking at them, you can just tell they're more refugees.
Even this long after the disaster?
Oh, that's right. You guys went 18 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
So, and we'll
they're
tell
monsters instead.
We'll tell like the dockmaster what's going on, so they know not to let anything else get too close to that. And they might actually want to send some people out around. So if anyone else is coming upriver or into port, they can warn them to give this like a super wide berth.
Okay, they'll definitely do that. I'm sure there's probably like a buoy system or something that they try and implement from a safe distance to put around the ship to like stay away, even if it's like a quarantine kind of thing.
The black spot.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so the you know, depending on how far you want to send Wisdom, will Wisdom go as far as Ryler?
She'll go as far as she has to. I mean, okay. That would take a while to fly, wouldn't it? It takes like weeks to get there.
It's like a week down river.
Oh, I don't think like if.
Well, a bird can. What did I calculate that time, Jean? The bird can fly like 200 miles in a day. Oh, but that was like a bird. I'm not sure how far an owl can fly in a day.
Yeah, that was a hawk.
Yeah.
Well, I will say out of character, Kath had no conception of her going much more than like a few hours or two to see if they were that close. Thinking that but if you want to like send her all the way down to Ryler.
Well, I'm afraid there's still a giant monster stomping around somewhere near Ryler, so not necessarily.
Yeah. And, you know, if we have to go back and face these things, you probably don't want to be without her.
Well, you know, Deneen's still assuming it's just a couple of days because of the bucket water. So we wouldn't go all the way up there. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. So, yeah, like the owl equivalent of a few hours.
Yeah, I mean, the food, No, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but you weren't describing the food as if it had rotted or drawn bugs or anything like that that was left behind.
No.
So I would assume that it hadn't been left for a very long time. I mean, I got the sense that like this had happened. You said that it drifted in early this morning, and the food looked like you mentioned tankards and stuff. So to me, that was like dinner last night, is what I was guessing.
That sounds reasonable.
So
then we would have planned out about how far I should be going here.
yeah, and if the ship was drifting and they didn't have the helms on, it probably wouldn't have been making very good time. So Kath pulls out before you go. Kath pulls out and she starts like running calculations and taking notes and stuff like that, and gives you like, she's like, I don't know how long you want her to be gone, but she gives you like an estimate of where she think they could be.
I was just gonna have her fly out for a while. If you want me to stop, you can just like shake my shoulder.
Oh, okay, get that works too.
But not before Deneen gives this sheet of calculations like a completely blank look. Like, why don't you just tell me when to stop? How about that?
So an owl can flies as fast as a hawk in D&D anyway.
Excellent.
So going down the Ryler and back isn't really a huge deal.
I wonder what Ryler looks like now.
So from the river, Ryler looks like it is just covered in this earwax goop stuff, and it's probably nighttime when Wisdom's down there, and there's a soft glow.
I would hope she's smart enough to not like land there or get close to that stuff.
No, Wisdom shies away from it as an unnatural place,
so after seeing that, I guess I'll call her back.
You see things move in the darkness.
Oh, yeah, I'll call her straight back. So I wake up and then hold up my arm, and she comes and lands on my arm. Oh, that wasn't a very nice place.
No sign of people that jumped off of a ship. There, no dinghies. When you were on the ship, it didn't look like any of them had been dropped. I mean, you didn't search all of them, but from what you could see, it looked like, in the locations you were where they would be, they were still there.
And Deneen, because she can speak aloud during all this, she would report periodically, I haven't seen anything yet. More river, the sun setting, approaching Ryler. Ooh, that doesn't look good. I'm calling Wisdom back.
Well,
Ryler's covered with creepy glowing goop.
What?
Yeah. Remember that chaos monster destroyed it. It's obviously still affected up there.
Ugh. Well, maybe they got off, but they're not staying next to the river because they had to make their way to the road, and the road is further inland, so that totally makes sense. So it could be that maybe they're just on the road.
Do I need to go up the road now? Should I come back along the road?
Yeah, if she could come back along the road.
Well, she's right here, so I'd have to send her back up the road.
Well, that must have taken a long time. I mean, we've probably been doing.
Oh yeah, this would have been hours, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, unless you guys can think of a better person, I would want to go talk to Jerosa about Phasey's.
You could go talk to him while I'm doing this, for that matter.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're heading to the library to go find Jerosa. What are you doing, Megan?
Do we still have her? She's been.
We have a box for her. She'd been in the chat as well. The other chat, the actual chat. So, all right. So you head over to the library to Jerosa.
Okay. So I've caught about half of what's been going on. So I'm just gonna stick with Kath for the time being.
Okay. Huh. That was really weird because it was showing the mute still on. All right, so you guys head to the library and find Jerosa, and he's out.
Out?
He's out. Bucket's there, but Dress is out.
What do you mean out? What is he? He doesn't. No, there's no out.
So like I said, Bucket's there. Well, he doesn't exactly sit here waiting for you guys to show up all the time. He has another life somewheres. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I know, but he is gone out and he is courting a young woman that he met at one of the taverns.
He is out frolicking when there is a portal with phase spiders who might come into Gryphongaffe and eat us all at any moment.
I would like to interject one small correction into that.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe the spiders will eat me or my people.
Their poison might be corrosive.
Well, that would be most unpleasant. But most things find us inedible. Except for rust monsters. And he shivers.
Oh. What about...
What is a phase spider?
And Kath just starts telling Bucket everything about these things popping through in and out of existence, not really invisible, but moving through objects, and they bite and they have poison and they were no good, and describing the things in the rooms and stuff like that. And she goes, Deneen, can you draw the runes that you saw?
Aren't I out on a rune with wisdom going north for the next several hours?
Oh,
or do we go do this after?
Yeah, you're
do it
doing
after. I can be with you. Yeah, I'm out doing my thing. This is Kath, and
I didn't realize you were going with wisdom.
Well, I'm watching through her eyes to see what she sees, so that I know when to call her back.
Okay, so Kath turns to you and starts talking about it. And goes, "Oh, I didn't think to get her to do that before she left."
These creatures sound quite rude.
They're awful. Have you heard any kabooms today, perhaps? And she starts like craning her head down the hall to where that other lady is.
I believe Mistress Sheena is in. She leaves even less now than she did before.
Okay, thank you. Bye. she runs out and then comes back and like carefully guides Deneen along down the hall to Sheena.
So Deneen follows Kath down the hall, having no idea she's going to Sheena's lab, and if she knew, she would be terrified.
So excited to see Sheena. I love her.
So
yes. Kenna is with us also.
Kenna and Kath, you hear some noises, coming from down the hall, but not the booms that you've heard previously. You actually hear a different sound that you haven't really heard before. There's the sound of a dog kind of like howling, as well as you hear the soft sound of singing drifting down the hall. The voice sounds kind of familiar to you, Kenna, but not quite. So
that's interesting. I walk a little faster.
So as you approach, the door is actually the door is ajar, and it appears that her little corgi dog is howling along to her singing.
Oh.
And she's singing in Elvish, and it sounds kind of sad, but at the same time it's very pretty. And she seems to be just singing to herself as she's scribbling notes and mixing different things. She happens to have this small silver tray, this platter, and she's using a little spoon to push a red powder into a green liquid. And she sets it down and starts scribbling around some notes and begins singing the whole while. And then she kind of looks up to see you guys at the door.
I was gonna ask if I knew the song because I speak Elven, and I was gonna get her attention by joining in.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you actually do recognize the song, and it's a bit of a dirge.
Good. Yes.
And
yeah, I'll give her a little harmony.
And that's what kind of cuts her off, is she's like wasn't expecting it, and she looks up. Oh, you! I haven't seen you in quite some time.
Yeah, things happened. We ended up in the Feywild for longer than we meant to be, and we meant to check in earlier.
So she looks.
Unfortunately, had a bit of a problem.
She looks mostly the same as the last time you've seen her, although her clothes seem a lot neater and pressed, less smudges and soot on them. Her hair is neatly tied back. It's still, it still looks like beaten copper, like some kind of auburn. She still has the same mismatched eyes, gold and silver, and but then when you look at her eyes, they have a little bit of a sadness to them that you don't remember being there before, and her body language seems just a little bit deflated from the last time you've seen her. But before, she was always so kind of like carefree. Any traces of that seems to be missing.
Oh, Sheena.
Well, Cap, while not an insensitive individual in general, is distressed enough that she doesn't care about Sheena's emotional state.
Well, I don't think Kath met her before either. So she doesn't actually know how different this is.
But the thing, Kath's been at the library a whole lot over time.
Oh, that's true. Like during the year.
It's possible you could have run into her for sure. Although she kind of stays in her lab for the most part. She would venture out more often before you guys had dealt with the hags.
And I'm pretty sure that we talked to her after I had joined.
Okay.
Didn't she make us the thing that we used against the hags?
No, that was Jerissa.
Okay.
See, I know, I have no objections to knowing her in any way. I just didn't think that it had happened because, at least from Dazine's point of view, Deneen was trying to avoid her because she was like hag affiliated and she didn't want to tip them off that we were doing anything.
Let me see.
But you could have easily run into her. I'm not objecting to that.
Yeah, and
no, Sheena was giving me alchemy lessons. I have a note from November.
There you go.
33.
Meanwhile, Deneen, who has no idea what's going on, is like, still no sign of them, still flying north. We'll be at Ryler soon.
Is Deneen okay?
So there's kind of a weird situation, so I'm just going to go through it really fast because we don't have a lot of time. There's this ship. It's kind of my ship, not my ship. It's my warship, but it's kind of my ship because we're a partner. But anyways, my family ship, the Minstrel, has come into the bay, but everyone is missing, and it's overrun by these giant spiders that phase in and out and go through objects, and it's really bad. And there's a glowing crate with runes and a portal inside, and everyone I love is missing, and we need to make the portal go away. And Deneen is using her owl to fly to Ryler to look for my family while we're here trying to find a way to shut the portal. And we could really use your help, so if you could give it, that'd be great. Thanks.
Ugh, why would she want to go to Ryler at this time? Sounds awful. That place is it was bad before, and it's only gotten worse.
Not the point of that I wanted you to latch on to, Sheena. Spider monsters that appear and come in and out of the plane and bite and have awful poison.
You said they're on a boat?
Yes, they're on a boat, and there is a large crate on the boat that has a portal with runes, and the spiders are coming from the portal, and there is a giant spider inside the portal.
So, well, Kath will be back in a moment, I'm sure. But
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Just the person that can. Janine gives another report. Like, there's Ryler. Looks like it's covered with scary glowing goop. This is not good. I think I'm gonna call wisdom back. If you think that would happen by now, Dave.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Okay. Then I can be in the scene. Yay! So then she calls wisdom back. Oh, my sweet owl. And then she looks around and sees Sheena and goes, oh, hi, Sheena.
Kath,
How are you?
Kath upset herself so much she had to run to the privy real fast. She'll be back any moment.
Kenna?
Are you okay?
I'll be all right. Well, I should be asking you the same thing.
We'll talk about it later.
She kind of like looks around, then shuffles over to you real fast and just like bends over and hugs you.
Oh, I hug back tightly.
Real quick, and then she goes to let go, but you're latched onto her, so like she inadvertently like picks you up and then has to put you down.
I laugh because that was kind of funny, and then I turned to Janine because she was about to say something.
I just didn't know I was here. Sorry I didn't say hello sooner, that's all.
Yeah, you seemed a bit distracted and distant.
So this is my owl, Wisdom, and she was doing some scouting, and I was seeing through her eyes and hearing through her ears, so I didn't know what was going on here. That's why I assume they had to lead me in here.
Yeah, I started deducing as much when I seen you come back too, and the owl land on your wrist.
Yeah.
There's there's quite a few of those roaming around here. For some reason, the owls seem to be the favorite in the library.
Owls are pretty awesome, right? Right.
Perhaps it's something with wizards and library-like schools and owls. I'm not sure. But so what brings the lot of you to me once again? Well, other than spiders. Oh, she said spiders on a boat, right?
Yeah, it's like a crate with a portal to like spider dimension. And
I wouldn't worry about the spiders that much.
They almost killed 2/3 of us.
On the boat?
Yeah.
Spiders can't swim.
Right, but the boat is still sitting in the harbor.
Yeah, don't go on the boat. That would be a bad idea.
Yeah, we told people not to go on the boat, but sooner or later someone's going to get the right idea
on it.
Well, we looked in all the portholes and didn't see people, but either way.
That's really odd that the boat ended up here.
Well, it was drifting downriver, like abandoned, apparently.
Yeah, odd. You would think it would have like ran into something or ran aground or... It's interesting.
I don't know how boats act in rivers. I don't know much about boats.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about boats, but it seems like without a crew, unless maybe it was already here before the thing happened.
But then where would they be? Could they be through the portal? But then they'd be in like Spider World.
Ugh.
I don't think they would have gone through the portal. That sounds unlikely to me.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't go there. Who would want to go there? Are you sure they weren't taken there?
Oh, like the spiders could have grabbed them and taken them there?
How much do you like the people on the boat? Can we maybe put the lid back on the crate?
No, well, okay. Yeah, Kath super loves the people on the boat and is married to one of them. So no, just if you think they might be on the other side of that portal, then no, just putting the lid on is not good.
Oh, I could see where that would be a problem. I don't know if they're on the other side of the portal or not. Does it even go both ways?
We could see through to the other world.
Oh.
So at least seeing can go in there. Kath, you're back.
I'm back.
Yeah, remember my horrible idea that maybe there were people bundled up below decks?
Yes.
What if there were people bundled up and taken to the other side of the portal to the spider dimension? Sheena said it, not me.
Oh, that's.
But she said she doesn't know. It was just a theory.
And for the record, I don't actually believe there's a spider dimension.
Well, then there's spiders coming out of it. I saw it. She saw it. I saw her saw it. She saw it. You saw me see her see it. Kath?
Maybe it's the shadow or something awful. Or
The other thing Sheena said was that she didn't think that they could. Surely the boat would have like run aground before it got here without a crew. So maybe it happened like not long ago. But we still don't know where they are. Because if it was right near town and they jumped ship, they'd be here.
Can someone hear Scry?
No, I can't. I can make potions and brew antidotes and analyze things.
Anybody in the library, though?
Well, starts thinking. Jarissa, maybe? I don't know if he's strong enough. There was that Relian lad, but he's in town as much as he's out gallivanting.
We know how that is.
Maybe somebody in Carshapathium?
Well, that's always possible. There's plenty of powerful elves there.
And as Deneen says that, she remembers something and puts her hand on her pocket, but doesn't take the papers out right now.
Oh! So, yeah.
I mean, if I get close enough, I can magically search for things, but I have to be within range of them. I can't look long distance.
And even if you find someone that can scry, if we're saying this is another dimension, that would be really tricky to scry to another dimension.
What about, isn't there some kind of magic that lets you talk to people long distance?
Oh, sure.
They have to be on the same plane as you, though?
Usually.
I don't know. I can't do anything helpful. And I don't like that.
So
nothing needs stabbing. What do I do?
So Sheena, have you heard of these monster spider things before?
Well, I don't know. Recently, I've been trying to stay away from, jaunts out of the city. Been staying kind of really local nowadays.
You don't look so happy, Sheena. How are you doing?
Well, I've been better, but I'll get over it. It's not that big a deal. I mean I know other people have suffered a lot, and recently.
Well, what happened?
I had a lot of memories and dreams missing, and they've come back to me all of a sudden.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it's been a while now since they've come back, but still.
I'm just nodding my head with her, I get it.
Was it about 18 months ago?
Something like that, yeah, I guess so. And she's doing the math in her head. Yeah, probably.
So would you say you're better off now?
I don't know. I mean, there were some things. There's some things that I think I forgot that. I think I liked it better that way. Yeah.
I
The world's
might be
funny
able to
like
help you
that.
with that. I took modify memory.
Ooh.
You can.
Maybe.
Well, we'll have to talk about that at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe after Kath's wife isn't maybe in danger by spiders.
Yeah,
or something.
I know we're here for urgent business, but I haven't talked to you in such a long time. I wanted to at least ask how you're doing. That's all.
I'm okay. I mean, I'm okay. I'm good. I'll be fine.
Let's have lunch sometime. You know, I've learned Elven.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was super bad at it before. So when things calm down, let's have some lunch. How about that?
We could. And I've been to the bathhouse a couple times. It's really nice. You guys, you ladies put together quite the establishment.
Well, thank you very much.
Do you want a pipeweed brownie?
What?
That usually chills me out.
I don't like things that cloud my mind anymore.
I wouldn't say it clouds your mind. No. I would say it just kind of like puts a filter on it.
All right. So what do we do with this crate missing people situation? Do we wait until you can look for people tomorrow, Kath?
I don't like that. But I can't think of anything else to do.
I mean, what else have we got? We could.
I mean, if like, see, okay. Oh! You know what we can maybe do in the meantime?
What?
I say we go through the pillar, we go onto the fire plane, we find Zellofax, we remind him that he owes me a favor, and then we come and get him, and he kills the things, and he goes into the spider thing with us, and we go get my wife.
How do we? What
is a Zellofax?
How are we gonna go find him in an entire plane? He could be literally anywhere. He'll be even harder to find than Ozusena.
Are we looking for now?
She wants to go. You weren't with us when we went to the plane of fire, and we ended up making friends with that elemental fellow.
Maybe
the one we didn't murder.
Maybe the ladies will know where he is.
Maybe, but why would we need him in particular?
What kind of elemental is he?
I mean, we're pretty deadly too. Fire.
On a ship?
Yeah. I mean, I thought you said we were trying to not burn the ship to the water line, Kath.
I would rather burn the...
And then the portal's going to fall in the river, and then the river will fall in the portal, and then it'll be dry land, and then spiders will flow up into the city, and we'll all die.
I don't think that you really know that happens, and I don't think that
maybe
happen.
Okay, then let's go burn the ship down.
I'm not saying we burn the ship down right now.
Okay, let's go get a fire elemental who will inevitably burn the ship down.
He wasn't like on fire.
Yeah, but
he wasn't made of fire.
He was made of fire.
Don't you want him here because he's fiery? Like, how's he going to defend himself against spiders except with fire?
He had those big swords.
We have big swords. We have all this. And Janine pulls out like 6 daggers.
But Janine, we just got our butts kicked.
Well, yeah, because we didn't know what was there. Look,
okay,
Sheena.
Now we know what we're walking into. We can prepare for it.
How?
We have 1 monocle. Sheena, do you know any way to like see these spiders when they're busy being ghosts?
Well, that's a good question. So you said,
I have this monocle. It kind of works.
You say they're ghosts?
Well, it's like I can see them almost like they're invisible, but they're actually sort of hanging in midair, and like their legs are going right through walls and stuff. Like they're not quite here. Like they're ghosts. And Kath said that they're on like another plane, and she called it phasing. So this thing can see into another plane, apparently. I thought it could only see invisible things, but apparently it does more than that.
So that means to me, if you see them on the other, if you're seeing them, you're seeing into the other plane.
Right, but if I shoot at them, it still doesn't hit them.
Of course, they're not here.
Well, can I shoot at them there somehow?
If you're there, then you're there. It probably doesn't work the other way. You probably can't look from there to here.
Does that mean...
She runs over to her chalkboard and starts doing calculations.
Kenna, can you cast your blinky thing on me? Well, can I give you the monocle?
I set up earlier.
Can I give you the monocle and then you blink and then you kill them from far away somehow? If you're blinking to the same place. We don't even know, right?
You are not positive.
That's true. And I just said earlier that Deneen doesn't even know that she blinks somewhere else, so never mind.
Yeah. And you've never had the monocle active while Kenna's blinked.
Right.
Well, so...
And Megan can't hear me.
I wonder if you could only see the portal and it was only glowing because she had the monocle.
That's a very strong possibility. And also, then the other possibility is you guys were just in a different part of the ship than the hold.
Which is why you didn't see it with the detect magic.
But that being said, I think we're going to wrap up here for tonight. You guys have a week to contemplate what it is you want to do.
It's a tough one.
As always, I want to thank you guys for playing and thank everyone for watching and hanging out with us. And we will be back next week. So until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.